Did y'all see the drug deal that Krasnov made for us, y'all? He's turned into a drug dealer. I didn't see that one coming, and I should have, because he did turn the White House into a trap house and a pill mill the last time he was up there pretending to be president. You know, I mean, thousands of pills that they was flying around that White House. Had the old Ronnie Jackson bagging it all up in the Ziploc baggies, just like you do on the streets, you know. Thousands of pills there, the fentanyls and the ketamines and the Adderalls and all of that stuff. While at the same time, Rudy Giuliani was making a secretary put bananas in his tailpipe. But anyway, yeah, I should have saw this coming, but I didn't. And here's how it all worked out. Now, the order of the deal is what it was. It's the order of the deal. See, what Donald F. and Trump did was he put 100% tariff on all the imported pharmaceuticals, you know, which is all of them. And he told Pfizer, look, here's the deal. You don't have to pay the tariff. Everybody else does, you know. So, but while I'm extorting you, here's what we're going to do. You're going to put my name on it. It's going to be called trumpRX is what we're going to do there. So what we're going to do is corner the market on the pharmaceuticals. We're going to intentionally drive everybody else's pharmaceutical prices up on them. And then they only got one place to go. And that's to you there, Pfizer, just to you. And then we're going to tell everybody, we're going to offer 1,000% discounts on that, on those pharmaceuticals for you. Now, right, you can't beat that deal right there. Now, I'm telling you, you can't do that, because that means if you was paying $100 for your prescription, the Pfizers and the trumpRXs are now going to pay you $900 just to take their drugs. That's what's going to happen. Now, 1,000% discount means if it was $100, then they're going to pay you $900 just to take their drugs. Now, no successful drug dealers ever did that before. Okay, no successful drug dealers ever went out there and paid people to take their stuff. You know, never did it. Never even crossed their mind, because I think the whole point behind it was making a profit. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So 1,000% discount. Now, either he's lying about that or he don't know how the mathematicals work. And I've got to go with the he don't know how the mathematicals work. I'm going there. Now, even though that his uncle was MIT, all right, I don't think that means anything. You know, I thought about that. If my uncle was a rocket surgeon, don't make me be able to operate on a rocket, y'all. I wouldn't ever be able to find the ticker or even how to remove the kidneys out of it or nothing. You know, if my uncle was a rocket, I couldn't do it. It wouldn't help me none. So that's where I think that he's messing up a little bit. He's thinking because his uncle was MIT, that makes him MIT. And that ain't the way it works, because his mathematicals don't even work. You know, I'm pretty sure Pfizer's not giving us $900 to take their $100 prescription. I'm pretty sure that ain't going to happen. Or Krasnov is an idiot. That could be it too. You know, that could be it too. But the thing is, what he did there was he negotiated this thing up there with the Pfizers, kind of one of them backroom deals. It's like, look, here's what we're going to do, because I never do anything legit. Everything that I do is crooked and shady. So I want you to come be crooked and shady with me. Even though I talked a bunch about you 4 years ago, you know, the whole time I just beat you down. Well, I'm going to keep beating you down unless you agree with me that we're going to do some shady on the American people. And that's what he did. And so he said, I'm going to put 100% tariff on all the other pharmaceuticals to artificially drive the prices up on the American people, where they can't afford their safe life-saving medication there. And then you're going to be the only one that gets to offer it. You and me, trumpRX there. And see, I used to go to a guitar store, music store. They'd do the same thing. I'd go in there and like, man, I like that guitar that you got hanging up on the wall over there, but that thing's $1,000 and it should only be $400. You know, what in the world's going on? They're like, we got you. That's the reason why you come shop with us. We're going to give you a 58% discount on that. That's what we're going to do right there, and get that price at about $410 for you. It ain't quite the $400 that you wanted, you know, but we're going to give you a 50. Do you know any other music stores that's going to give you a 58% discount? No, I bet you don't. That's exactly what Krasnov just did to the American people there. Let's artificially drive up the pharmaceutical prices so that we can just corner the market on it, and I can put my name on it for you. That's what he did. So anyway, I think, now I'm going out on a limb here, I think it's time for him to resign, or be impeached, removed, or the 25th Amendmented, or any of those things. He needs to go, and he just got one step closer to making that happen for him. You know, him and that Pete Keg's breath, they did whenever they went out there and tried to berate the military into basically saying, hey, you're going to do what we say you do, or you can resign. It ain't going to go down like that, y'all. It ain't going to go down like that. Now, here's the thing. Pete Kegsbreath, his military ranking, well, I mean, he was a major in the National Guard, okay? Well, there's about 6 more rankings above him, and he was talking to those 6 more rankings in that room, about 800 of them in there. What he was, the equivalent of this right here, he was a refrigerator salesman for General Electric, talking to the entire board of executives and telling them how he thinks they should run their business, okay? That's what he was just doing in there. And it ain't going to go the way they think it was going to go. You know, they was trying to Hitler up. Hitler did that same thing, you know. This ain't going to work for him or Kegsbreath, because I'm pretty sure that those generals knew this was coming. They could tell by the way that it was, and I'm pretty sure they have contingencies. I'm pretty sure they've probably been sitting back and thinking, well, when this happens, what are we going to do about it? So they're military men, you know, they have contingency plans for contingency plans, you know. So I'm pretty sure all of them seen that coming, and they was hoping that he wouldn't try something stupid like that, but he did. So, I think that he should have realized when they gave him his military parade and they played Fortunate Son to him to remind him that he is a 5-time draft dodger who called soldiers suckers and losers, that the military is not on his side. And then to pull a stunt like that, well, I think he just pretty much made it very, very final for him when it comes to the military. They won't be going out in the military streets and waging war against, or the American streets and waging war against the American people. That ain't going to happen. And I think Krasnov and their Pete Kegsbreath just found out that. So anyway, y'all, I think it's time for him to go. What do you think, Team Taco? I mean, there's a lot more people calling for it now. I mean, even Speaker of the House of Gilead, Commander Mike Johnson, whenever he was approached there by that Congresswoman Dean that said, hey, the president is unhinged, he's unwell. Hey, Speaker of the House of Gilead, Commander Mike Johnson, he didn't deny it. He said, well, there's people unhinged on your side too. Hey, those people that he's talking about unhinged on our side too, that don't really exist, are not the commander-in-chief. That's not them. That would be Krasnov, the big orange bloated syphilis up Adderall-riddled idiot. Now, apparently, their Speaker of the House of Gilead is aware of just how unhinged he is. So I'm pretty sure that his time in office is getting closer and closer to going away. Now, I know that sucks for a lot of us. Hey, even you, Team Taco, you don't want J.D. Vance. I'm a real boy. You don't want him in there either. Nobody does. But we can't have a deranged lunatic running this country. And look, maybe even Stephen Miller might go away too whenever Krasnov goes away. Maybe Stephen Miller goes. I know he's one of your favorite people. He's a white supremacist piece of but look, we got to do something. You know, we can't just destroy the country the way we're doing it right now. That Congresswoman Dean was right that our allies are now looking to other countries, okay? That's what's happening right now. We're losing allies left and right. We're going to be left out here on an island by ourselves. I know isolationism sounds good to you, a bunch of white supremacists, but it's never worked out for anybody, okay? And it ain't going to work out here either. So anyway, y'all, if we do start getting these $900 payments from Pfizer to take their $100 prescriptions, well, then I think Krasnov is on to something, because we need to do something about the grocery prices too, y'all. And if that works, I would love for Kroger to pay me $9,000 a month for my $1,000 purchases of groceries. You know, that's a genius idea. If it works, then I'll say that MIT from Trump's uncle rubbed off on him. He's all MIT'd up because his uncle was. So if that does work with the Pfizers, then I want to go to the Krogers and spend my $1,000 a month on the groceries and then give me a $9,000 check for it. Okay. So anyway, y'all, my God, the dude's a deranged lunatic. Inmate Trump.